Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We are going to be very, very fast with the show today. I know, the week has been busy, but we're going to be going a little bit following the speed that we know can give us something fruitful, okay? Today we're going to talk about Tibor Nagy, and we're going to talk about the loss that the Cameroun military got in Buea and other parts of Ambazonia. We have seen more and more call for unity in the past, but the government that we know, the groups, most of them don't want to heed to the call for unity. Ambassador Tibor Nagy has been one of those people who have been pushing for unity. Okay, he has done this so many times, trying to tell the leaders, unite and have a one voice, unite and have a one voice, so that anything you say can be taken seriously. Most of the leaders don't understand that unity means that accessibility, and because of the fragmented leadership and so on and so forth, it's difficult. But what we are seeing now is that the call for unity among Amazonian leaders is necessary, at least to gain access to the U.S. government, and help end this war. Okay, but there are certain points that I want to reiterate for us to understand why it is necessary for our leaders to understand that they put those high horses, put those things behind, focus, and let's finish these things. We're already on the finish line. Okay, we need to do these final touches to end this thing once and for all. Okay, if we look at the whole episode and everything for the past 8 years, you tell me that it's going towards our side, right? Because everything that is happening concerning the war is a gain for Ambazonia. It's a gain for Ambazonians. It's a gain for a step. Okay, the victory is step by step. I know some people want miracle to happen overnight. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen like that. There are people who fought war for many decades. Okay, and you think that it will just come overnight? No. We have to put our heads together, our ideologies together, everything that because it's not about go and read history. Read history and see for yourself how wars were fought for years and years and years, and you understand that it's not easy. Okay, there is strategy, there is propaganda, there is every kind of aspect that you put together. But we are very lucky. We're very lucky to have social media today, that we are trying to push our message across, and there's but imagine upon all these struggles, imagine that the Ambazonian leaders had a united front where when they say something, it goes across the board. Not this leader said this one said this one, this one said this one. Okay, that this issue of not having a united voice, a unified leadership, okay, this will increase a lot of doubt. But imagine that they have a unified leadership. Of course, it will increase international credibility among the leaders, and it will make sure that they trust what they are saying, right? But fragmented movement confuse policymakers. Okay, a single united front gives the Ambazonian struggle more legitimacy and makes it easy for U.S. officials to engage with the people of Ambazonia, to engage with the leaders, to know that these people that are here are the leaders. Whether they are from what kind of group, whether they are from what kind of this group, these people that are representative of the various group, these are the people that we trust. Okay, That is the problem of how the U.S. officials see the Ambazonian movement leaders and the way they approach, okay, the way they approach, okay, because if we have a centralized interlocutor, that if this man say yes, he represents all the groups, all the leaders, people can trust that person or that group or that delegation, as they usually do. So the U.S. government prefers that clear and centralized interlocutors like any other government, because you don't want this person to come and talk to you. You go and confide some information. Diplomatic information are very secretive. Okay, but that is the reason why we see Tibor Nagy coming up saying that concerning the TPS, even concerning the, he linked it to good that temporary protected status extended for Cameroonians in US from June 7 to August the 4th. This gives community more time to exert influence with the US government if they want further extension, but that will require absolute unity among Ambazonian factions. That last sentence he makes it clear. Absolute means that you don't have to even argue. That's the meaning of absolute. I think everyone understands absolute. You don't even argue about anything. Absolute means you are required to do that. You are required to come together for things to happen. When leaders went to Ghana, we were very excited. At least that was a good move. Seeing all those leaders coming together, it was a good move. But there is more to be done. Okay? They need to do more. They need to do more. There are things that they can do as a team. There are things that they can do like one person. But if they are together, the world, they take them seriously. Okay? The world takes them more serious than when they are when it's a single person talking. Okay? And that's why we are talking about what Tibor Nagy just said, right? Absolute unity among Ambazonian factions. It means that they have no choice. Okay? They have no choice. Then, so the U.S. agency, like the State Department or Congress, work more effectively with well-structured groups. A divided leadership limits formal recognition and diplomatic access. We have said it time and again that the fact that they see you people divided, okay, who is winning when you are divided? No one wins. It's not a contest. Nobody is trying to win a contest here. We're trying to liberate a country. And once we have not finished that liberation, nobody wins. We are all losers. So the U.S. agencies and any other country like to work effectively with these well-structured groups or country or whatever you want to call it. That structure is what the whole country accept that yes, this is the group we want them to represent us in a diplomatic field. All groups come together from everywhere, every nooks and crannies, they come together. They have a united front that go and represent them. The same thing that we have been doing for the past years is the same thing that some leaders think that they can do and succeed. Going by yourself and go and say, oh, I'm the leader. This one go, I'm the leader. This one go. They look at people like fools. They look at people like fools. You don't know what you're doing. Okay? Imagine if the leaders come together, they will have increased leverage in diplomatic negotiation, because unity creates stronger bargaining power for any future mediation or negotiation processes, okay, involving international stakeholder. Okay, when you go to negotiation divided, it's very difficult to win that negotiation. Very difficult. So whatever we are saying, oh, we want negotiation, we want now when negotiation comes, they see you people divided. Nobody will take you serious. And if you look at Switzerland negotiation and even Canada negotiation, La Republic used but this idea of that, oh, the leaders and the groups are divided. And they back out. And they had a reason. Because they'll say, hey, they don't know who to talk to. They don't know who really speak for the people of Ambazonia. Because this is about the people of Ambazonia. This has nothing to do with any group, right? Who to talk to. If you have one voice and hold a press conference, you say this person has to be prosecuted. This person committed this crime in Ambazonia. This person, but you cannot even speak as a group. Okay? The US prioritizes human rights. Okay? That coherent leadership can really present a better documented case of war crimes, genocide, and the refugee conditions, like our refugees in Nigeria and the refugees who are here in America. Okay, that can prompt the US to have some sanctions and humanitarian assistance. Our TPS is expiring today. It's because the leaders don't have any means to come together and strategize. Okay, because if a war is ongoing, there are normal benefits that the people have to benefit. In America, TPS is number one. Asylum is number two. The other aspect that people gain from having war in their country, in other countries, they'll seek asylum. They'll give them they call it safe haven. Safe haven because you have war in your country. But if the leaders cannot come together and even talk to governments, talk to ministers, talk to senators, talk to these people, how can somebody take you serious when you cannot even tell somebody what is happening in your country? Of course, when this person go, this one go. How even if I'm the president or I'm the vice president or whatever, or the senator, and you come like that, I will never take you guys serious. And this is what has been going on for many years, and people still don't understand. The leaders still want to go, oh, I'm the one, I'm the president. They go, this one say, no, oh, I'm the chairman, I'm the this, I'm the that, I'm the this. These multiple factions often send contradictory messages like this, and they think that it helps them to portray themselves. If something happened, oh, they write a letter, oh, it's a so and so group. Something happened, oh, it's a so and so group. What are you benefiting from being the first to write something when something happens? Okay. And everybody knows that a united front speaks with one voice, and that helps to reduce the confusion and that mistrust among foreign diplomats or policymakers and so on and so forth. Our struggle would have been more stronger today if we had a united front where this person does not say this. No. If they send a delegation, we know that delegation represents Ambazonia. The Ambazonian people will be even happy to support that kind of idea because they know that a lot of people in Ground Zero abandon the struggle or they are just confused because of the way the leaders were behaving abroad. Of course, we know that leadership cannot be in Cameroon. There's no leadership that can be in Cameroon because of the Cameroon government's threat and everything that we know. Okay, that's a problem. In the diaspora year, we discovered that a lot of Ambazonian diaspora in the US, who were really key resource, had to say they want unity. Okay, yes, because with the unity, back then it was more coordinated. Okay, that there was a unified, effective fundraising. Even the event that we organized and the political mobilization within the US was really organized because people were united. Okay, even though we had other groups, they were not taking things into their hand as if they respected the interim government, and they wanted something that but we knew that there were groups that had already been there. Okay, but the interim government had their following. Okay, but that notwithstanding, the purpose of the Restoration Council was for the leaders to come together, send representatives there that can speak for them. Okay, so that all the groups should be there. That was the idea of the Restoration Council. Okay, but now look at the diaspora, the Ambazonian diaspora in the US and other countries want something that is unity. Okay, because you don't want to start giving your money left and right, and you don't know who is managing what. Okay, that structure is needed for so many reasons. Okay, more for political mobilization event, to fundraise. That is trusted. They know that this thing is going to help the refugee. This one is going to do this. Everything is spelled out. Everything should be structured. We have been asking for external funding, but you guys you cannot come together and speak in one voice. Nobody will take you serious if you are very divided. We have seen the lack of trust with most of these influential lawmakers in America. They are the one writing the letters, even asking the American government to extend the TPS, telling the American government that life is not going better. Things are getting worse back in Ambazonia. Imagine sending a delegation to meet all those lawmakers that signed this bill. Delegation to thank them. This is what we do. This is our own way to say thank you for your letter to the president to extend TPS. That delegation should not go, and some other person should not go again. Oh, no, the other delegation that come there is now our delegation. This is our own delegation. That is the problem. Okay, that is the problem. We cannot have people going to repeated things going back and forth. Who will take you serious? Who will take you serious? The United States is not a country that when they support you, then they start doubting you. Okay, the US demands transparency and accountability in anything they do. And that centralized leadership will allow a better control, okay, over anything that we do to make sure that we send that public messages and the resource that we use for long-term support. The United States can support Ambazonia today, but if they don't see a unified structure, Tibor Nagy is not just somebody who speaks because he wants to speak. Okay, this is somebody who worked in the Trump administration. He's telling us that this gives community more time to exert its influence with U.S. government. You understand what I'm saying? Exert its influence with U.S. government. If they want further extension, but that will require absolute unity among Ambazonian factions. That is Tibor Nagy telling us. Okay, some people who might confuse, but that is what he's saying. Okay, that's what he's saying. Okay, we are not united, and we want to win something that. Now, in this area, they say 300 civilians picked up by the Cameroun military in Moyoka subdivision have been sentenced to 6 months in prison or pay a fine of 300. This is extortion. This thing of Kale Kale, since I was childhood, this is not about now. This is childhood thing. When these people lack money, they go and do Kale Kale. Okay? Kale Kale has become and is a normal way of life for them. We are not used to Kale Kale. But when these people come into our areas, the French military, they will start doing all this Kale Kale. And when they need money, that's why all these road checkpoints, road blocks, road checkpoints should be taken off. Because they do nothing there. Okay, what they need to search, the contraband goods, the thief, all these stolen items and everything, they don't check that. The drivers will just come and put something on their hand. That's it. Yeah. But this is what we are talking about. Imagine, see how they are going to Muyuka. This is how many 300 civilians arrested in Muyuka just because there was a protest that started in Muyuka. So they say, okay, they will target them. This is just ethnic targeting, ethnic cleansing for that matter. Because if you look at it critically, they don't have any case to say, okay, you see this, the newspaper, okay, a lot of things are going on in La Republic of Cameroon, okay. See the mass arrests that they carried, even in Buea. This one is an arrest in Buea. See, La Republic of Cameroon Occupational Army just carried out mass arrest in Buea, a locality in Meme County, Ambazonia. Another master plan to extort and intimidate the poor, suffering masses. Colonial election across Ambazonia remain banned. This is what we just gather, and you can tell that the whole scenario is just bad, but that is what is going on. Okay, and it's just, yeah, I just want to say happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all Ambazonian fathers, Ambazonian dads, Ambazonian parents. Happy Father's Day. Yeah. So that is something that we are trying to look at, and most of the time our people don't understand the ramification. Okay, but if the people of the La Republic does not understand, what we know is that most of these Southern Cameroon, so to say, Southern Cameroon ministers in government don't want the war to end. We knew that long ago, but if somebody like Atanganji, who is refusing that there is even war going on, and had his Atanganji militia causing all the atrocities, imagine how many people that Atanganji boys killed, how many destruction. How many? Imagine how many people were killed by Atanganji boys. How many people, how many crimes committed. It's only when they discover them, that's when they start reducing those their things that they were doing. That the kidnapping and so on and so forth. It's done by the Atanganji boys. It's done by the Atanganji boys. So these are the things that we were condemning back then, and people did not understand. But the war is not going to an end anytime soon. This is what happened just a few days ago. About the Cameroon military lost more than 20 of his members through this attack. Just imagine. Then somebody will say, oh, the war is coming to an end and things are going back to normal. It's not going back to Doma.
This Kaku was so the Kaku will take them for come brigade. The border where they go for Nigeria. So we don't shoot for them in 4 days for that brigade. So with the shoot, we don't know say in the cartel and the day for back, they move Kaku for back military, they move Kaku to Biya for them, they go with them. They will want to discover a brook enter for them, we see na D1 then. But you know Simon. Na drone that, na trigon that.
So as you can see, this is an attack by the Ambazonian Restoration Forces on a Cameroon military base. And imagine all this thing confiscated by the Ambazonian Restoration Forces. And imagine how it affects the, then people will say, oh, things are going back to normal. But the war is ongoing. How do we stop it? How do we make sure this ends? It's through negotiation. If the government of Cameroon does not know that negotiation ends war, that's their problem. They should learn. Okay? Now they have election and they are claiming, oh, okay, they want to do this, they want to do that, they want to do this. Is there, the question that we ask is that, is there any free and fair election in Cameroon in the first place? Has Cameroon ever had a free and fair election? Ask yourself that. Never. So they should stop saying all that thing that they are saying. Imagine CPDM going to do campaign in Limbe while there's flood and everything.
See, the way they used to sweet me. The way they used to sweet me. Now the sweetest day this for me for the Limbe. Inside water. CPDM. Hey, CPDM. Inside water. The tea sweet me very badly. Cameroon no show me no nothing. This is history, this is news. Alakai. News Alakai. Yes. The tea sweet me go pass. Yes.
Just sad seeing this kind of images, and people think that country will ever change. Never. With that mentality, it will not change. But there are many things that come into play, and we have to understand that things happen like that. But we have to learn. Okay? We have to learn. If not, nothing will change. I'll end with this. The only way to achieve the impossible is to believe it is possible. The only way to achieve the impossible is to believe that it is possible. Okay? Listen to.
Good morning to all Anglophones in Cameroon. You have come too far and sacrificed too much to turn back now. This fight isn't just about today. It's about securing your identity, your dignity, and a future where your children can speak freely, learn freely, and live freely without fear. They may have tried to silence you and still try to silence you, but they can never erase the truth. Your language, your culture, and your rights matter. You are not asking for too much. You are simply demanding the respect and justice that every human being deserves. Never let anyone make you feel like your struggle is insignificant. Remember the ones who have paid the ultimate price. Those who stood tall even in the face of death. You owe it to them and to yourselves to keep the fire burning. Let their courage live through your actions, your unity, and your unbreakable will. Freedom is your right. Never forget that. You are not alone. The world is watching, and history will remember your strength.
God doesn't make it. The president of this country better wake up to the real fact. This country was united by permission. It was not one indivisible. It was united by the will of the people of the Southern Cameroon, not by the will of any other person.
What about the youths championing the cause?
The future is theirs. I'm 77. Mine is gone. I may die tomorrow. If they don't fight, our fathers will come from the graves to fight for them. They have the right to fight for it. They better fight, man. They better bloody fight. No liberty is gained by lying down and allowing people to walk on you.
And the students held back at home?
Let them lose 1 year of school and get a better future. What are you talking about? Let them lose 2 years and get a better.
Thank you for watching. Please make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more and more that we have. Don't forget our saying for today: the only way to achieve the impossible is to believe it is possible. Thank you for watching. God bless you. God bless the people of Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia.